The Copper Golem is back, now with a much more useful function. Instead of randomly pressing copper buttons, it now sorts your items for you into different chests from a copper chest. Even copper tiers for tools and armor have been added. A few more worthwhile uses for copper have been introduced here for this next drop. But where could it go from here? The copper theming immediately makes me think of the copper wiring and cages placed on the mansion roof and dungeons, which could be very fun to integrate, allowing new or existing blocks to work with the stored electrical currents, kept within the cages. If it matters in the dungeon's mansion here, we could possibly also get a small amount of lore towards the Copper Golem, mostly to do with its features. There are a few lore-related concepts I do want to take a look at for future reference. But do note that these could very well change in the near future. Let's think about how golems appear in Minecraft's world. They always have obvious visual connections to their creators. The iron and scroll golems having the obvious nose and monobrow, the redstone golem resembling that of an ender cent, or even the redstone monstrosity resembling the heart of ender. The illager's use of copper in dungeons, along with the use of larger scale storage in mansions, and even the lack of monobrow being replaced by two pronounced more eyebrow-like markings, could point to this being a possible warrior, otherwise known as an early illager, construct. But it's way too early into the drop to have enough points to even construct a strong standing theory yet. So if there's more later on, we'll probably cover it. If the warrior connection does turn out to be true, their usage in mansion storage to introduce players to the concept naturally could be done through here, similarly to why the ruined nether portals exist. It'd be an interesting lore bit to see them relegating item sorting in their storage to the copper golems. One detail is that current illagers don't seem to make their own golems, stated by the game design book to lean more towards magic over an engineering process, seen through the use of capturing lightning from a thunderstorm instead of creating this energy otherwise. The breeze pointing to being built by nameless kingdom hands, or the redstone golems from the enderlings. It likely comes from this era of the trial chambers, with the use of copper. Imagine being an illager and your illager grandfather just passed down a little copper boy to you. That's such a weird sentence. The villager warriors, the ancestors of the current day illagers, as we've discussed in videos prior, would have had a lot of experience working with copper as a material. Even with the ocean monuments of dungeons, which would have been built around this time, also have plentiful amounts of copper in select areas. The design itself is likely not a coincidence, but being only new, we can only wait to see if this connection is broken down or built higher up. An interesting detail I've noticed is a pattern of behavior also found in redstone golems, especially in the book, where the orb describes them as not very smart, acting as very simple-minded constructs. The redstone golems obeyed without hesitation. They lumbered straight into battle with no concern for their own safety. They only wanted to please their master, but still being immensely efficient in their tasks, such as when Archie commands the redstone golems to take down a necromancer mid-fight. The remaining golems turned as one to execute Archie's order. Ignoring the skeletons still firing arrows at them, they lumbered directly towards the necromancer. This straightforwardness seems to be present in the copper golems as well, explaining why they have to search a group of chests for a chest that they had just been to, as if they immediately forgot on their walk back over to the copper chest. The change itself has already made it so much more useful, the copper chest being the main item dumping point, where the copper golems will grab the item, find chests with more of that item, to then place it inside, making item sorting much easier and seamless now. I have mentioned this before, but the developers have stated over and over again that mob vote losers are not gone forever. The wildfires in dungeons and the frogs from the biome vote were added into the game. I also wanted to take the time to look at this new preview in order to see how this could be used. I want to see their reach, for example. I really like the different oxidizations, by the way. The blue one is definitely my favorite. I'm glad they got rid of the statue aspect from the mob vote original pitch. It's like having different types of dogs, you know what I mean? Like, you get to just have different colors and patterns. The animation is a bit fluent. Like, it's very stiff kind of feel here. And then you compare it to the cow, who's just moving with a swivel. And I know that's a pattern with newer mobs. Like, maybe they're gonna update the animations in the future. I don't know, it just feels very out of place with how smoothly they walk, and sometimes they kind of like, yeah, like that, snap back into the animation. So it turns out they cannot reach up here. If I give them this, give them like an actual Yeah, he got up there for a second. You could have like a little room behind the chests up above with more copper golems. But then again, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of putting everything into one chest if you need to have a separate... Maybe you have a staircase. Hold on. What are you doing down there? Oh, that's actually really cute. He's stuck. So they are using the stairs to get on top. So as long as you provide them a way up, they will check every chest methodically. Whoa! Oh! Look at him holding the sword! Oh, look at that! He's got an actual animation. Oh, aren't you adorable? Oh, he actually... That's weird. He's kind of like... He's got it on his wrist. That's really funny. He holds it between... It's kind of floating off, so it looks a little odd. But it's kind of funny, the way he's holding it. Oh my god, that's... It's clipping through his face. God, look at the water. I haven't played Vibrant Visuals until today. He shouldn't... Does he breathe underwater? That shouldn't matter. Look at how cool this is, by the way. Will you be able to do your job underwater? Oh, he's on his way. Yeah, oh, that's cool. So you can have underwater bases with these guys. They're just going to be a lot slower. I also noticed they made a copper nugget. That could mean something. We might get copper chains or something. That'd be really cool to see. Or maybe even something more worthwhile than just copper chains. I mean, don't get me wrong, copper chains would be cool, but we could see other more unique items with that. I wanted to try and see how easy the copper set would be to get. I did see in my Discord server, which you should join, people were talking about blue glowberries, and my brain immediately thought of the glue blowstone. And my brain immediately thought of the blue redstone in the 1.14 trailer, I think it was. Apparently it's a way for the people on the team to basically practice the Minecraft art style, which it makes sense. So normally I would have waited, but I really wanted to get a video out on this. We've already got one vein. That should already be enough for a full set. There's copper everywhere. I barely even mined like 3 veins and I've already got a stack in one. I do like the color. It is actually really nice. Look at that! Oh! What the hell? I might be thinking of Java, but stone might have more, so the damage on this might vary between versions. One thing that I did see Wither do was that she found out that they can sort based on enchantment and durability. It's really interesting. So you could make some sort of like library sorting system with them, you know what I mean? So I've barely started and I've basically got full armor. And to be honest, it's not as great as iron, but it's still armor. I've played with something pretty similar to this before. It was in a create mod pack, and everyone was using it. Everyone was using it to like just carve their areas before iron, and I'll be honest, I'm really happy that they added it. People are gonna have like a better early game thing, and even people that play on console and mobile, they're gonna have an easier time playing the game. So all around, really good addition for everyone. I hope you're all happy with the new reveal of the Copper Golem and what we have at the moment lore-wise. Let me know what you think in the comments. What could they add? Where could they go from here? You know? Okay. See, the copper armor helped me. Oh, never mind. He put it on! Anyways, let me know what you think about the new stuff. What could they do? What could they change? What could they add? Thank you for watching, and have a good day or night. Woo!